Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there in YouTube world. Admiral Preparedness here. A beautiful New England Sunday here in cloudy, rainy, nor'easter weather. So what I would figure I would do today is cover some more things about reducing your footprint and reusing some items that you would probably just chuck into the recycling bin. And if you don't have a recycling bin, the general garbage can. We all know what these are. These are those 1 liter soda bottles. Well, I've taken it upon myself to come up, as been some several people out there who reuse these. This is how I do it. Just wanted to let you see it again to know that we're still working it. We're still waiting for the sunshine to come out. Still slow but sure. This week we're supposed to get up to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. For how long, we don't know. Have you ever gone out to your favorite takeout place? We can't really, well, I'm not going to name the companies, but you know who I am. If you see these and you bring them home, you know, if you do have a 9 to 5 job and you are in that rat race and you find yourself leaving the house early in the morning and getting home late and you don't want to spend money, you recycle these guys by putting your lunch in these and take them to work and put them in that community refrigerator, praying to God nobody monkeys with your food while you're working your rear off trying to get your project done. And then you go into the community refrigerator and find that well, somebody got to it before you did and nibbled on it, or it's gone completely. If it had been a Tupperware item, you'd be a little bit pissed off because that Tupperware item is not cheap. But at least with this, a sticky or your own little label on top, or however you want to identify it as being yours, you could either leave this at work, forget about it. If you don't get time to eat that day, and the cleaning guy comes in, or cleaning lady, or cleaning person comes in, and they smell something out foul, they can throw the whole thing away, and you're not losing a $10, $15 Tupperware item, or those expensive items that your wife or your mother or your best friend or your roommate or your significant other has given you and trusted that you're going to bring it back and recycle, reduce, reuse. Well, this is one of the perfect items you could do that with. Same with this one here if you're looking for something just a tad bit bigger. And these are microwavable. Just be careful if you want to put them in a dishwasher, not to let them float around, because these lids are pretty light and they do have a tendency to want to float down to the element that helps keep your water hot, and they melt, and then you just throw them away again. But always put them in the recycling bin, kiddies. Well, if you guys use panko cheese crumbs like we do around here, you end up with a bunch of these left over. I had peeled off the label because I don't want to advertise for the company that I got them from. But I'm telling you something right now. These are perfect for anything you want to keep, even for little kids to tom-tom on if you got them around the house. But the lid keeps the air out, keeps the moisture out, keeps the product in there. It won't fall out. If you drop it, it's not going to spill all over the place and cause frustration in your pantry. This is another good one of those. We all know what these are. Of course, I'm not really going to advertise for the company, but I just wanted to tell you. Now, if you leave, when you go to use this product that's in this container, remember to leave that Mylar top on, attached to it. Don't completely peel it off. Well, there is method to my madness, because if you leave this on slightly attached like I have here, where it's not been completely peeled off, when you go to put something else in here you want to keep fresh, then you put the lid back on, it self-seals. Now you've got a protection that normally would let air get through, let moisture get through, let light get through, and that protects that item. Well, folks, again, we use a lot of this, but this company here decided to put the labeling on the outside. But why I want to bring this up is because it's moisture resistant. This type here versus this kind here, it is a better product because it can keep the moisture out. It has that nice roll lip. That's what's called waxed paper or wax seal. This is another good item that you can use. It's pretty flexible. It's resilient. It'll pop back out if you squish it. You don't have to worry about it tearing up. We all know what this is. Of course, this is another way to reuse those soda bottles that you would normally just throw out to the landfill. Now, why I put my rice in here is because if you know how to cook rice, then you don't need no instructions. It's 1 cup of rice to 2 1/4 cup of water. Let it come to a boil. Boil for about a minute, minute and a half. Stir it. Put it on low. Cover it for 22 to 25 minutes, depending on your altitude and where you're at. Experimentation is always good, but if you teach your folks how to make rice, you can't go wrong. But if you want to put the if you say, okay, this is Uncle Ben's short grain white rice, and you can go on the internet, find the cooking instructions, and I'll show you the next time I go do this again. I'll have a label taped to it that gives you the cooking instructions. This was a non-dairy coffee creamer container, wide mouth, and I'm going to give you guys a challenge. We did it with the other day with the salad dressing, and so far I've got a couple really good submissions. But what would you reuse this for? It's got a nice handle. You can grab onto it. You tell me what you would do with this, because I'm not throwing this away. And I'm going to ask you to tell me what I can do with this. Laundry detergent, cat food, baby diapers. I don't care. I don't have any kids, but infants. But you tell me what I can do with this, and I will use it for that, and we'll demonstrate it here on this YouTube channel. So there's your task for the week, folks. Tell me what I can do with this. Now, at our local grocery market here, and I will advertise them, Hannaford's, because they're not nationwide, they offer, for the fruit people, a nice, I'm going to tell you, this is an excellent, excellent, excellent bag. It's got your air holes. It's got your seal, so you can reseal it right here. You can also carry. It's got a little handle to carry. Now, I already know what I do with this, because here where I live in New Hampshire, every fall we have Apple Fest, and I'm collecting these. When my wife goes to the store to buy my son his apples, I snag these. I told the son, when these bags are empty, don't throw them away. Just put them on my bin, and I will take them and I will reuse them. Because one, imagine you're out there going to gather those apples, and they say, well, you got to bring your own container. Here you go. I've got my own. I don't have to worry about it. It's not bulky. I can carry several at a time. I can pile them up. Everybody would know that these are mine. Nobody's going to come by and snag my apples, because we have a honor system at the farm. And I'm going to put a bunch of my apples in here for next fall. Now, I am planning on getting a whole bunch of apples this year, because I fell in love with apple pie again. I found a recipe out there that's a low calorie. Apples are great in fiber, and we need to get that stuff going through. And so I'm encouraged to start doing this. Now, the reason why I like these is because the base flips open, so they'll stand on their own when they're full of the goodies. Now, not just for apples. You remember, for a lot of these farmers markets, instead of using their bags, and you don't have if you're out traveling, you put these in your car, throw them in the glove box, put them in the trunk, and places where you would go shopping, and you go, dang it, I forgot the doggone container. These are so lightweight, they're not going to add any weight to your car. They're not going to get filthy. You keep them where you can. They're easy to fold. You fold them up and stick them in your pocket. So what do you think about that, folks? Okay, since today's Mother's Day, I'm going to have to keep it short. So everybody out there, I want to wish every mom out there, happy mom. You guys, we love you guys. We love your moms. My mother's gone. My grandmother's gone. I did email a good friend of mine to wish her a happy Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day, folks. Admiral Preparedness here. You guys take care. See you soon.